Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CGPL Season 3 Championships. Over here with Saib for our second map here of our best of 3 playoff for third place. It's going to be the Cheifs versus Avant, Garde, and the first map being Inferno. Interesting one. Very interesting. I mean, Avant, Garde let the Cheifs get out to such a massive lead early on in that game.
Yeah, managed to bring it back at least, make it at least respectable. Yeah,
I mean, that's what they did. They made a game of it. It got to 12-13, I think, at one point. It was very, very close. And Cheifs still managed to close it out, and they finally started to wake up and really use their strong sort of CT side tactics that we'd sort of been waiting to see. So let's see what the knife round yields for us here. I don't know, like, the dust has almost been fairly T-sided this weekend.
Yeah, it has been. See if Cheifs can actually, you know, make something of their CT side this time.
The knives are swinging left, right, centre. Zuzi with his third for the round, actually. He's going pretty ham. He's going to make it a 4K in a knife round, I think. Yes, nice work from the man. And the Cheifs have their choice of side here. And
you'd think they'd go for T.
Yeah, they're going to stay. So they're actually going to stay on the CT side and give AV over that T side there. The voice turned off. That's probably a good idea. All right, so it's going to be Cheifs starting on this counter-terrorist side here after having won the knife round. Fair enough. I mean, I suppose it's not a huge deal. I mean, Avant Garde are quite happy to play T side here. They played 2 really good dust maps and a really poor one.
And it was arguably the more important one.
No, yeah, it was the most important one that didn't manage to make it happen on this. That's a shame, but it's the way the cookie crumbles here. Sheep has combining nicely onto this initial push onto the B-side bomb on its way over. One caught up in the door. That's Lightstep just trying to hold there. He's the last man standing. He won't. Oh, sorry, was Zuzi still up? Quite achiever, Zuzi.
4-on-1.
That's right. Zuzi's still toting the kills from that first round here. Hasn't yet really made a distinct impact in this one. The 1v4 situation here over at the B side. He's going to have a look at ramp. Sees so many players, and he sees PDG come up behind him as well. And gets him with the headshot. First round of Avant Garde, they enjoy the bit of T-side action here. They seem very comfortable pushing out onto a site like that. But again, Cheifs are more of a defensive team. They like to sort of set up and play these sort of set defenses. And we'll wait to see when the actual guns started getting picked up who pulls the upper hand.
Yeah, it really starts.
You know, because we've got like a T-focused team versus a CT-focused one, essentially.
Yeah, well, Avant like to think that they're much better on their T sides, which they've proven so far.
Chris almost hit his teammate in the back there, but he does manage to claim over. Oh my lord. The auto shotty doing work here as they work their way on towards B. They really want to force a map 3 here by the looks. This picks up Moku. 2 left. Zuzi and Lightstep. Well, they both have 5-7, so it might even be worthwhile holding on to these for the moment. Lightstep, wait to hear some sound. Chris with his fourth, should I say. With an auto shotty. He'd be making bank off that, surely.
Yeah. 3,600.
I'd be happy with that. Zuzi just waiting. Not really going to do anything. It's almost as if he never left spawn, to be honest. He's back where he started. Alright, we do see PDG and Has coming up towards him for back up, but he's tucked away in the corner really, so he's not going to be seen until quite late on in the round. PDG found him there. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. Avant Garde picked that one up, and they set themselves up for this next one fairly easily as well. 1 kill for Cheifs over those 2 rounds. It's a good indicator, I guess, of how much they've struggled to hold off Avant Garde.
Yeah.
And their aggression.
Sounds like Avant are just having fun with it as well.
There you go, Moki. He's going to get done there as well, as Offing manages to back away after taking down DevK. PDG helped in that effort a bit. Sheep by the door. Chriso coming through from CT, spraying his Glock. Auto shotgun. Not super effective at that range. Chriso goes low, but getting definitely a few shots. The grenade actually might prove to be very effective. Nice! Curls around right behind Offnu, and he's completely outplayed him in that situation. Nova does have a frag, was untouched until PD got to him. And now Lightstep. He's going to sit up on Xbox there. Chriso hoping to continue to add to his ever-growing bank total there. But PD's going to take the shotgun. He's going to pick up the torch. Oh, that was dropped here, but I think Lightstep has an auto shotty. No, it's Lightstep, sorry. He's going to pick up the torch. Sheep will be his first assailant as he pushes out here on towards B.
Opts to just throw the shotty away.
Sheep will pick that one up. I mean, he was walking straight to him pretty much, so I think he was looking for the shotgun. Surely not. And it's been quite effective, though, I guess, on those first few rounds. People often underrate them as well. Even something as inexpensive as the Nova as a weapon can be really good, especially early on. But Avant Garde, they're going to dispense with the pleasantries. That's an interesting little stat there. Thank you for that.
I think I remember watching a couple of games of Hiko on Nuke. He would just buy auto shotguns instead of anything else and just fund his team for the whole map.
Yeah, it's the amount you make for doing that. It's actually, I'll say it's not too far off being a semi-legitimate strategy in a less competitive sense, I suppose. But I think for Chriso is definitely more than happy to be confident moving on to the side with that one now. So Avant Garde have the gun around here. Cheifs yet to find their feet, yet to really settle in here on the CT side. Giving up a lot of early kills, I noticed that as well. Always 1 to 2 guys will drop sort of early on in the round. DFK and Chriso, it's a double AWP strat here. Chriso has already spilled blood with his AWP. Still 3 players from Cheifs in there. Chriso looking towards short there. Susie moving down. Back away as well. Well, also bomb being picked up at A there, so Avant Garde able to take up residence there as Zuzi went towards mid. Zuzi picks up the frag and then he finds his way back, barred by the smoke. The flash goes over towards him as well, and he's going to push through the smoke there. Nova takes down Has 2v2. 2 warps left. Zuzi sharp as attack. Takes down Chriso and here. DevK, I think it's planted for long, so it should be okay. But if they can put any sort of smoke with a little flick up to the top left, but not
great shot.
Just as sharp himself will pick him up. There's a bomb defuse. Nova will take the fallen Chriso's AWP. We'll have the first round come out for Cheifs here. They do hold on. It's funny because they completely gave up A and just decided to play the retake. And they just managed to pick up frag after frag. I'm pretty sure one frag was made
one at a time, you know. Avant didn't ever peak with 2 players at once, which is bad, essentially. Because, as I said before, you got to at least give him 2 targets to shoot at. Otherwise, you're just going to get popped 1 by 1. Dance go marching in. Well,
Offnu up in mid. He's actually going to get almost killed by his own team Molotov. Was that it? Or was that his own? I'm not sure now. Maybe. But DevK picks up Offnu. And Lightstep opting to try and shore up things at B. Avant Garde, yet to decide upon their destination. It's 4 rifles for them. Double AWP this time for Cheifs. Moku has 1.
Yeah, he likes to dub himself Flenny S.
Flenny S. Let's see if he's at the title. So, going to be watching that A push there. I think he's concerned about DevK pushing short. Zuzi going to put himself up in a position. Actually, honestly, if Moku's going to be watching short, Zuzi can justifiably push back to Goose and think about long a little bit more than that. He's on the side here, so he's got 2 angles to watch. Moku going to have his back turned, potentially, if that short push does happen. He's going to have a moment to turn around. That's been communicated to him now, so Moku going to jump down into towards CT, get the flash up as well, just trying to help Zuzi, give him an opportunity to make a frag here. Moku going to miss that one. Looks like the ride of Flenny S is yet to get underway. PDG finds life step here. Chriso is in CT. Get a pick on towards Moku as well. Nova, though, nice double straight through the 2 of them. Good little bit of spray, which is an oddity with that particular weapon. And Zuzi there will just clean up the rest of the Avant Garde forces that are remaining.
That was a pretty ballsy strat by Avant. Trying to push 2 through short, 2 through CT to A. It's pretty risky. Especially because you're walking into, 2 or 3 crossfires at once.
It didn't work out, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, off me. Comes a tag from PDG through the door. DevK notices that it's all smoked up. So not uncommon to see teams, smoke quite deeply in those upper tunnels and actually push it.
Mm. You can see Moku pushing up to the top of mid, much like Shoxy would.
Yeah. Very aggressive. He's really trying to take position here. As soon as he knew that the road was clear on mid, he's relayed that all back now. Like,
yeah.
Avant Garde, Chiefs know exactly where Avant Garde are. They already pushed one up too long as well. You can see Moku's sort of been all around it, so they know that where they are. Despite this, Zuzi's still quite wide and out of the picture. I guess the ability for Avant, if they do smoke double doors and they can make the quick rotation to A,
yeah.
I guess they can still sort of catch him out.
Moku's just snuck up behind them all.
One of the reasons why this map is considered T-side. There comes Moku, who's just completely scuttled the plans of Avant Garde. DevK still manages to pick up Nova, and she picks up Lightstep. And Moku's still there with the rifle. Not a bad effort really for a pistol round here. But still, and Cheifs going to such an extent to pull a wide flank on them, regardless of whether it was a pistol or not. I don't think they even cared. The strategy was very well executed.
Yeah.
and a little bit more aggressive than we normally see from Cheifs. Well, Cheifs have had a few rounds where they lost like a few of those players quite early on, and it's really cost them. And Avant Garde are always sort of pushing on to like an undermanned squad, getting these overmatched sort of situations, the 2v1s. This time the Cheifs actually were aggressive with Moku, and it paid off. But
can see him doing it again. Probably because they didn't have the information that he did it last time. He might catch one out.
He might be ready for that, not even remotely close. Back away, 15 health. It's probably a reasonable price to pay for the damage that he's done. Chriso's pretty low as well, and Avant Garde, as a result of this commotion, they really haven't moved from their original positions here. Thinking about bedroom, but it's just given so much time for the A players to set up. Zuzi and of course, Ofnu were there just waiting for them. And the B players able to settle in here, so information gained and no life lost as well inside of the Cheifs.
Yeah,
so
big advantage gained.
Yep. Surely they got to be ready for that.
Yeah, I think they opted to do it because, as I said, you know, they didn't see him do it last round. So
well, that's why they didn't see that happen as well, even though it was actually what was done. So I guess it's kind of reasonable. It really worked in Moku's favour that he was able to go undetected for the most part. I mean, he came up behind them, but they're not straight away going to put 2 and 2 together and understand that his rollout included a rush to short. Still 5 men up for Cheifs. DevK wondering why it is so quiet at the A site right now. He's flashed though. Giving away a bit of position. Moku didn't really have the health to pick that fight, but he'll do it anyway. Get a bit of damage onto DevK for his trouble. He'll have the money to buy anyway. It's not really a big deal. Zuzi takes him out. It's going to be the defuse here from the Cheifs. Put themselves back in front here, where it seemed like Avant were off to a good start. Might just be a
they've answered well after on that first play round.
Yeah, that's right. And honestly, it's not the first time I've seen this from them. And it's also like as soon as Cheifs do get guns as well, like the game state definitely changes when if they have any sort of control over it. You know, it's either Cheifs will win against AV either way from what we've seen. They'll either win the gun round and go ahead by quite a lot, or lose it and just make that up.
Yeah, eventually.
So like while the score is so close, that actually says quite a lot about you know, their ability to make up deficits and actually play.
You know, I think Cheifs have won 3 gun rounds to Avant's none.
Yeah. It's a very much different game when you're playing against a team with guns, almost like literally a different video game in the way you've got to play it sometimes. Has in pit. Sheep just off to his left as well, watching the corner. And the bomb is actually left to pit as well. Lightstep picked up DevK. So he's aware of the movements over there. He knows there's at least 2 people. Zuzi's going to pop out and take down Avant. This is where Avant fall over, pushing into set defenses. They don't do it well. Their picks aren't great. And generally are outmatched in aim battles. Well, PvP's generally been doing quite well. Lightstep just picks him up. Avant Garde sort of just caught maybe that half second before they turn around, before they react to what they realise the Cheifs are doing. So whether it's a delay in them gaining information or a delay in them acting on the information they gain, it's still giving Cheifs that window to actually pick them off while they're still deliberating on what they're going to do.
Yeah. Cheifs are holding really well at the moment. Hopefully they can keep this up.
Okay. The spread is pretty much, well, actually a couple to mid here as well, so maybe Moku's thinking about the push up mid again. Here he comes, straight towards top. Hasn't been ready for him this time. Moku maybe realises the error of his ways and isn't able to back away in time. DevK able to pick him up now. We've got Ofnu and Lightstep going to throw the flash over the top there. Lightstep going to back away. Over towards the A side now. Not going to make sure he extends too far. Zuzi is going to be able to get back in time as well. So a bit of a reset here for Cheifs after losing Moku. Maybe one too many times that push down mid for the men. Well, normally it was
Can't do that too often.
There are a few strategies that once you do it once, you should probably just leave it alone. Alright. Smoke up in CT, so Avant Garde definitely making the mid to B strat here. Smoke up in the window as well. Nova back inside, knows exactly what's about to go down. Then Molotov goes towards the window. Ofnu takes down DevK. There's a lot of fire on that side. Ofnu with the double. Nova combining nicely as well. And Avant Garde, they're getting to the site. They're just not making the kills there. Zuzi picks up EDG. Chriso. Chriso manages to pick up Nova with the deagle in typical Avant style. We expect no less from him. Takes a chunk out of Nova's shoulder, but isn't able to complete the kill. And Cheifs with 6 rounds in a row.
Yeah.
For the record, I'm from SA, Victoria, but thank you. Okay, 3 rounds deficit here at Avant Garde. They do this a lot. You know, that they have, you know, in the games that they lose rounds by the bucket load. Lightstep, great pick there from long. I almost figured that Defco would actually have the advantage there. Nate lands right at Chriso's feet, going to do a considerable amount of damage. Has tried to get a little bit cheeky over on the B side as well too, waiting to pour out. Chriso still persisting in his attempts here at Bedroom, although the second nade to go at his feet, and he gets put so low that Moku just has to really put a couple of bullets in his general direction, and that's an AWP out of his hands. Maybe Chriso was valuing the ability to grab that AWP and take it out of there, but he just gets completely gunned down. And Moku again, going to be on the flank. He's really, he doesn't have time to waste here. He checked suicide, didn't see the player. That doesn't mean that Cheifs don't know he's there, though.
No.
PDG onto Nova. Moku now going to go in towards the tunnels. Smoke up in mid. Lights are going to jump over the Molotov there and head straight towards short. Tricky with an AWP here. He's got two potential targets, but often he actually whittles that down towards one. PD goes down and Lightstep finishes the job. Cheifs striding out here.
Avant are just not able to find a gun round, and they really, really need to. If they don't step it up or, flip the switch like they did last game, they're in, a bad spot again.
Yeah, this is what Avant-Garde did. This is pretty much exactly what happened on Inferno. The difference is that Avant-Garde actually, I think, didn't win the pistol that time. Or maybe they did. Maybe they did.
Can't remember.
Regardless, they're on T side and they're obviously giving around some bulk rounds here. Chance to bring it back here. They have guns. Moku, though, is going to make it a little bit hard as he goes in towards Cheifs. They have guns, but it's sort of a need hit or thereby. It's a scout for Chriso here. But Moku picks up two, and that's going to be an M4 that it will be available if there is a player in the vicinity. Peter G. Nova comes from a different angle there, but Peter G still gets his head nonetheless. Is chunked down to 12 health points now. Chriso pushing with the scout. Decided he preferred the M4 here, and fair enough. His right set now finally getting to the side. A little bit late. Peter was waiting for him there, but Zuzi manages to get return frag. Defk onto Zuzi. 1 for 1 for 1. We are left with just Offnoon here. Known for his ability to put down pretty deadly entry frags here, and he's going to have to be the man to retake A. But the bomb's not planted yet because it was kind of left out in the open, and maybe a slight miscommunication on Avant to the tune of who was even going to plant it. So Offnoon actually had more time than he actually realizes.
He's in a good position to actually win this round as well.
Offnoon to spray it down. Does have health. There's something. And a kick. Avant-Garde going to back right away from that one. Defk's still going to be close, but if it's a quick kill for Offnoon on towards Defk and then a very quick defuse, yeah, Chriso would be unwise to get too far away from that B side. Here's the defuse time for 3. Can he make it? No. Pros never fake, man, but I've seen a lot of pros get destroyed while they're trying to defuse it. So Avant-Garde picks that one back up. They did well to hit that site. I've got to hand it to PDG, actually. I think he really opened things up there for his team. And still doing some serious work. Let's check that scoreboard as well and see how everyone is tracking along with this. So, kind of consistent across the board, Avant-Garde. Same could be said of Cheifs actually here. So, Avant-Garde needed that round here, and honestly, it's okay. They can pick up a few, but the Cheifs were allowed to blow up a little bit of an economy, but they never had the cleanest rounds.
If Avant managed to win this round, they could string together a few more, definitely.
All right, Zuzi finds Haz, whereas Sheep picks up a kill of his own now. So, still even numbers here. It looks like long is the call. I haven't seen all that many successful long pushes today, actually. Quite often they're stymied by CTs playing close or up towards car or even back on the site. So, could have a little bit to do with how the AWP is working now as well. People trying to actually get the offensive peaks out from pit and around from that corner. We're still going to try and throw a smoke just to smoke off the little side there, but Lightstep is a bit too good for PD in this instance.
It's an interesting one-way that Chris threw just then. I haven't seen that
was
before.
one-way? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously the one-way smoke giving him the inherent advantage, kind of like ambient occlusion in other games, if you've ever seen the way that works. Devk picks up Moku. 3v2 here. They're still trying to get across, and Devk combined nicely, but the bomb lost by Cheifs. Devk had to get 3 frags to even get his team close to winning that round, and still Cheifs are going to go up 8 and 4. Only a few more rounds left in this half, just 2 in fact. Cheifs looking sharp.
Yeah, they're looking really good at the moment.
3 rounds, should I say.
Yeah.
So what's the plan for AV here? I mean, they still have a scout in hand. And
it was very costly for them to lose that because, they'd just broken their losers streak bonus. And now they're back on eco.
That is true, PDG. With the pistol. Moku was waiting for him there. He's not happy at all. Moku is more than happy to bulldoze his way through Avant-Garde. I think he found Devk there as well.
Yeah.
That was a 3 for him. Very much worthwhile with that weapon. Sheep wants to push out here towards him. Often he's going to get pushed by 2, and they are going to be able to combine onto him in that way. Nova actually going to come out from behind. The knife came out. He's thinking about it. But Zuzi did take that opportunity away from him there with a double spray down. 5-round lead to Cheifs. And this is their CT control coming to the fore here. Avant-Garde They're going to be able to buy up, yes, to a degree, perhaps. See what they bought in this round. It's don't really know what to make of that buy, to be honest. It's very, very strange. DevK onto Nova, that's the shot. It's probably one of the first times we've seen that one through the door all day, but it definitely does work over time if you can get the timing right. Hitting onto Ofnu as well. Before the round even really gets started, Cheifs are down to 3 players, and here's the push get to be. Nice behind the box, they're not checking that one at all. So DevK drops down, has the opportunity to come out on a witless, I guess, Sheep as well. And the round's completely turned on its head now. Chriso was super low after that. Has a deal on him. Petey shanks the AWP shot, and he's going to go very, very low for his trouble. We'll still get the frag, but at what cost? That's the question. Avant Garde already low enough as it was, lost all these players very, very quickly. Whereas Zuzi and Lightstep are super healthy. When Chriso's going to go for the reload there, timing was terrible, but he wasn't in a great position either way.
Yeah, they got to try and recover this bomb from mid as well. It's pretty much impossible. Yeah,
Petey's kind of hoping and praying that they walk into his crosshair. I really think that's some wishful thinking for the man. There's Zuzi. And there goes PDG.
We're looking at a pretty similar scoreline to the last game's first
half.
Yeah,
it's going to end up that way, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Avant Garde, again, they won't have built up the buffer. What can you say about Cheifs' T side? Is it fairly standard? Do you feel like there's anything about it that stands out to you, or do you feel like it's...
I think it's fairly standard, you know, standard CS. They just play their basics much better than a lot of other teams, which puts them over the line.
Well, that's why the hero, I guess, as well, has now onto the bomb side. It's flashed out about 7 times, and that's not possible, really, with the amount of players that are there. Ofnu in my kill feed. Now DevK's the last man standing, so Nova with 2, Ofnu with 3. Halftime comes up. Avant Garde finding themselves on eco at that point. So, again, the same halftime scoreline we actually saw on Inferno. Avant Garde with a decent start, and then completely falling away. They picked up 1 round in 12.
Yeah.
There you go. No, yeah, 1 round in the last 12.
And I think, was it an eco? No, it wasn't, was it?
That last round was.
Yeah.
That last round was, yeah. And that's why they were kind of bugging. That's what you sort of said. They were going to be a very similar scoreline.
Yeah.
The way that the Avant Garde's economy worked out, they threw caution to the wind and just tried to scrabble together a few extra rounds.
And if you look at this, they're going for an aggressive push in middle.
Yep. See what Chriso can do here. Trying to do a bit of a Moku. Zuzi going down long there as well. Look at this. The aim is really, really good, but DevK and Has also have some of their own. Nova sits back here and is able to pick up Chriso as he tries to go sniffing for some extra frags. Very low trio for the Cheifs here. Has all he needs is 1 bullet to take down Ofnu, and now Moku and Nova are in similar situations, both with low enough hit points for probably 1 well-aimed USB shot to claim both of their scalps. In fact, definitely. DevK's going to be looking for Moku here. Just in the nick of time, he just sidesteps out of the way, and the bomb is being carried over towards B here. DevK thinking about watching the gap here. You wouldn't know the bomb probably is on its way. There's Nova jumping across, but goes for a bit of a random poke out. He actually had the bomb there, so it would have made things a little bit tricky for Moku to recover there. It would have forced Moku, honestly, out of the window to push down. Nova gets the double with pretty much no health. That is huge. A 3K for the man, and that is what I'd like to think is one of the nails, the final nails in Avant Garde's coffin in this best of 3.
Yeah, that's really like sharp by Nova, and again, not so sharp by Avant.
Super rough. That was,
yeah.
I don't know. They let one get away from them.
Just had to hit him in the toe.
Sheep has bought himself a Nova. I think Avant Garde would like to buy themselves a Nova, actually. The player saying it would be definitely becoming handy for them right now. Often going to get the spray down with the P90. And Moki quite happy to stand and deliver their shoot from essentially from the hip with that MP7 and push on. So happens when there's a pistol, unfortunately. There's not really much can be done here. Nova going to go across as well. Sheep with his knife out. Now decides to change it a little bit late to change to that Nova there. 13-4. Avant Garde are going to be gunless for at least this one as well. Maybe no point forcing, otherwise they're just not going to have a chance for the remainder of the round. So they've got to deal with this one. They've got to deal with potentially losing this round. People saying Dust 2 is heavily CT-sided. Possibly in some parts of the world, but not Australia. Not this weekend. Not the way these guys like to play as well. I would say our T-side is famed, but it is notable that our T-side is super aggressive here. Chriso, Moku, kills happening everywhere. Now, she potentially one of the last hopes here for Avant Garde will drop, and that's 14-4 for the Cheifs. And it's not really enough from Avant Garde here. They really didn't get enough of those rounds in the first half to put themselves in any sort of striking distance here. Petey's got 4K, so he's still going to be up. So is Sheep, and they're probably just deliberating here how they're going to hang on. These guys are good. They get on pretty well, to be honest with you. I think Avant Garde kind of gets on well with everyone. Very good natured
Except
guys.
for Streamline.
Yeah, well, I mean, like people said that Petey didn't go and shake Destiny's hand. He did, as far as I understand. But I mean, Streamline did beat them fair and square, and Petey could admit that on stream. He was very contrite about it, so you got a hand with the guy. Moki 2 kills there. Chriso picks up Moki there. But the damage is already done because the bomb, it's a bit late to be honest. Actually, there is an opportunity for Avant Garde here. They're all kind of stacked up in CT. Maybe there was some sort of smoke from the mid to CT now. Zuzi trying to get in on the flank, but he had the right idea. There's no doubt about it. Often now going to try and hold on to door. Cheifs have to hold this with 2 players, but Avant Garde alone. Light step, the point blank orb shot. Will he make the second one? I don't know if he didn't see maybe a bit of a one-way there. He didn't quite make the shot, but it will be a defuse here for DevK. And he's got to keep Avant Garde in this one. Only just, but just enough to continue to play. Hearing the sound of high fives echoing out of the hall there. DevK playing well this time around. 16 and 15. It was pretty consistent actually throughout the entire lane. He is that one of those players that you can depend on to be like that.
Yeah, he always does all right.
Interesting actually some of these infographics. So let me just show you this one. You can see Offney now. He's had a very, very good last few halves. Well above his average for team. We're turning it up here on the T side. Bumps along. Chriso pushing short there, so you know, Cheifs knowing that there's going to be fairly stiff resistance if they try and push that A, but the smokes are decent. There's a molly on the ground that should be able to get around that one. Often hanging back to pick up Has. Now Lightstep going to be going up that ramp. Chriso manages to get on towards him. That's the second for the round. Chriso holding nicely, really slowing down the Cheifs. PDG with 1. Chriso with his 3rd. And Moku, what can he do here? He's sitting around this one. Oh, Moku gets just shut down by DevK there as well. So Avant Garde, in the space of 2 rounds, they've actually managed to get another half of the rounds of the entire game there. So they're putting him on here.
Yeah, they're at least making an effort.
AWP on PDG. Yep, AWP on PDG. It's going to be an eco here for the Cheifs. Let's see if they can orchestrate a good Tech 9 rush. Thought about long for a second. Moki caked the flash. PDG winding towards Nova there. The smoke maybe a little bit too late to go up. PDG going to back away. Maybe consider his options. He has picked up one there. The cry goes out from him. Picks up his second. They're holding short very, very nicely. Cheifs have no choice to really push into this one. Once they run out of momentum, it's going to be even harder to get anything done here. So often the only one to really pick up a frag, that was Has. The Cheifs, they have now dispensed with that one. They're quite happy to have finished there, but they're going to have to go for... Was it another Rico here? They will. They'll double eco this. PDG still with that AWP. 1 Deagle, 2 P250s and 2 Tech 9s here. PDG goes for that early peak. Can be quite risky. If you put yourself out in the open now, the Molotov actually went down straight on top of Nova and the nade to follow it. Moku picking up Has the other part of the map here. Offie getting the spray down through the smoke. Moku with, I think, 3 after that one. Huge lift there for the rest of Cheifs. He's done serious work for them the whole time. DevK straight into his face, though. Not afraid to get up close and personal, man. Bomb down. Great work for Cheifs on this eco. Very, very good. And DevK's low. Is he going to push into that one? Maybe he could have waited on that one now, leaving his mate alone over at that bomb site. But a plant is a plant. Cheifs were ecoing this one anyway.
Oh, he's played this perfectly.
Lightstep gets out of the window in just the nick of time. They're not going to check for this one either. If he could just... He knows where the bomb's planted, so if he can interrupt this one... It is actually a defuse kit. Oh, he saw him. He's going to be the defuse. He won't be able to stop. Oh, he gets him in the head! And then he's going to interrupt the defuse! Lightstep! No. He's in the house. Nice play from him. It was very cheeky for him to be able to get out of the window in the first place. He's put together a lovely clutch round. That's just pure class from the man.
Really well done by Lightstep and really poorly done by PDG.
It wasn't his best moment. It was not his best moment. He really caked that one. He had it. Lightstep actually had to go over the box as well.
Yeah.
So he had to leave himself quite vulnerable for like 1 second at least. And that should be enough time there. So a bit of a cake there. And that puts Cheif on match point. That's all they really need to do now. Sheep onto Nova. They're trying to hold on. Avant Garde at least have the money. Don't forget that we'll have the money to scrounge some weapons together. At least Cheifs on full buy here. 4v4. Look, he's sitting back on A. That's where the bomb's going as well.
Double.
Zuzi. Wow. PD in typical PDG style stopped his celebration short. It's 2 warps now for Cheifs, for Avant-Garde, so they're trying to get onto this bomb side. Bomb is down and time is ticking, and they have kept Avant-Garde at a respectable distance away from this bomb. Cheifs the last man standing. He does find Moki there with a cheeky little flick, but that will still be the game. The Cheifs make it 16-7 to finish it off. So the best of 3 will be a 2-0 in favour of the Cheifs.
Yeah.
16-12 with 16-7.
Pretty expected scoreline, you know, 2-0 to the Chiefs.
Yeah,
I
right.
believed in them.
You did call it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thought Avant-Garde would have had a little bit of life in them yet, but I guess not this time around, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes for most of our games here, and we're pretty much done here at the Casters Desk. Before we do pass to the stage to close up, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us here. It's been an absolute pleasure. Everyone at the venue who did come down to Sydney as well. It's always so much fun getting involved in these CS lands. Saib, did you have any words you wanted to say before we sort of sign off from here?
I guess just one shout out. That's to my boy Jester.
All right, you heard it here first, guys. Look, a big shout out to our sponsors, of course, MSI, Logitech, Netgear, DX Racer, and mwave.com.au. Wouldn't be able to do it without you guys, and thank you guys for your support. We're going to pass back to the stage now for Sandman to give his closing remarks. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the Caster Desk. We'll see you around.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, Uber and Saib. That is it here at Australian Technology Park, Season 3 of the Counter-Strike Global Offensive